This is a video that I've been contemplating on making for a very long time now, ever since I've seen the toxicity of the ChainsawMan community brew into unbelievable grounds in Twitter, of course, and in YouTube comment sections of many reactors. As many people have talked about the ChainsawMan anime adaptation, myself included, but nobody has yet to talk about the immense toxicity that has been taking place ever since the anime released. And while toxicity in anime communities is definitely the norm nowadays at this point, but I feel like the ChainsawMan community has taken it to a point that just simply cannot be ignored in the slightest. And this video hurts me to make because I love ChainsawMan. I love this series. This is easily on my top 3 favorite series of all time, so I do not want to shit on anything regarding this series. But the community has reached down to a level that it cannot just be brushed aside or put in a little box, in Pandora's box, while everybody talks about the good of the ChainsawMan anime but not about the negatives, even if it's outside factors. We have to talk about this. So without wasting any more time, let's just run right into the just great mess that has been this past couple of weeks, shall we? So let's start with the Cruz brothers react. They were reacting to ChainsawMan just like every other reaction channel has for the past weeks. But if you go towards their channel now, you would find out that they haven't posted ChainsawMan reactions as of recently. Weird, right? I mean, for a reaction channel that focuses on anime, it would be pretty odd to not take advantage of the fact that ChainsawMan is pretty much a trending topic on YouTube. But what if I told you that they received so much toxicity that they had no other choice but to make the reaction into Patreon exclusive content? The catalyst of the situation was them saying that they didn't vibe or connect with Denji as a character. His motivation for boobs and all that, pretty much they didn't enjoy nor they found it engaging at all. They also proceeded to say how they felt that Denji only caring about boobs and not to the actual situations regarding devils, which would be the plot of the story. They found that it didn't make any sense, which I personally don't agree with myself, just to make it clear. But they are entitled to their own opinion, which is definitely going to be the main theme of this whole video. So when they go into pretty much a very lengthy rant, I guess, in their latest reaction, which would be episode 4, the comment section, well, there was a few people that were trying to, bring up good arguments. There was definitely a lot of people in there that just dogpiled them, calling them just shitty things, to the point where they had no other choice for the sake of their mental health to just make YouTube shorts and put the rest of the reactions on Patreon. If that doesn't tell you how toxic people have to be to push people to that point, I don't know what will. Then we go to the main problem that made me want to make this video, despite me not necessarily wanting to, because of how much I love ChainsawMan. And that is the reanimated situation that took Twitter by goddamn storm. So much to the point that literally Kobeni was trending at the same day where people were fear-mongering that Twitter was going to be gone as a platform. Let that one sink in. Now, I want to apologize in advance, as I only know Sherm, which is the one who handles the YouTube channel, or I'm assuming that he does, as well as the Twitter account. So I don't know everybody else's name, but he is possibly the main character of this whole situation. And another thing that I want to say before I get into this convoluted mess, because this is exactly that. I like Kobeni. She is one of my favorite characters in the series just because of her funny moments. Genuinely, she completely stole my heart and was the most entertaining aspects of the manga. Far from the action and all that, Kobeni genuinely just was hilarious to damn watch, or read, I guess. But I wouldn't necessarily blame anyone if they didn't like a character like Kobeni, just the same way that I like Zenitsu and Demon Slayer, but I don't expect everyone else to like Zenitsu. And while this type of thinking would be normal from anyone, Twitter completely lacks this to such a sad degree. To start off this insane saga, Reanimated uploaded their ChainsawMan episode 6 reaction, where they made the title more useless than Sakura with Kobeni in the thumbnail. And to be fair, they did not only piss Kobeni stans, but they also pissed Sakura stans. And if you have been on Twitter for a decent amount of time, specifically in anime Twitter, or more, and if you want to get even more specific, the Naruto community, you look at Sakura stands and you can immediately tell that they're amongst the toxic group of people in the Naruto community by far. So the title basically hit a double whammy, but it does not change the fact that Kobeni stands were toxic in the situation, so I'm not about to deflect. So let's just go back into the reaction that Twitter gave towards this video. So this users that I'm not going to obviously name, and I'm gonna like blank out to not, you know, expose them or give them clout, I guess. They basically just said, Kobeni, get behind me, and they put the picture of the thumbnail highlighting the more useless than Sakura part. And just by looking at the quote retweets, you can already imagine the absolute chaos that ensued. I'm not going to put the horrifying things that a lot of people said on here, as I do not want YouTube to completely and utterly destroy me. I'm already a small channel as is. I do not want to ruin my damn chances. But let's just imagine that they were called the worst names that could possibly be cancel worthy if this really wasn't just an anime discussion, if you get my drift. The main one being misogynistic. But this just didn't even stop at Twitter. People even on TikTok were going at them, to the point that Sherm, behind the reanimated Twitter account, literally was just sick of the bullshit, and he was just responding to people, which I have to respect, to be honest. But sadly, people didn't just, you know, said the worst names at them, which is already bad as is, but people went the extra mile and started spoiling the story to them. Or at the very least to Sherm on Twitter, I think, and on the especially in the YouTube comment section. And this was to the point where he had no choice but to read the manga. And this, when I saw this, genuinely pissed me off to such a degree that I cannot even fucking describe. And this is coming from someone who loves Kobeni. This is someone who appreciates her character and who, I would say that anime only went a bit too far on hating her, but I wouldn't go at people's throat, no, not even a 5% of what people did just because of reactors doing what they're supposed to do and give their opinion on Kobeni, whose first showing as a character was basically almost wanting to kill the MC. Like, what? This didn't stop Sherm or demotivate him. No, he proceeded to just he just basically became the heel. If you know what that means, that is wrestling terminology, as like a villain. And the episode 7 reaction, they titled it First Kiss featuring more uses than Yamcha, which absolutely fucking killed me. And then at the beginning of the reaction, or before they actually started the reaction, Sherm just went off. Just listen to this.
Fuckers tripping, bro. And I'm about to tell you why. Y'all came up here, got sand in your vagina over opinion, over a fictional character that doesn't know you exist. You're not written into their story. They don't know you exist. The voice actor doesn't know you exist. Why are you caping for this character? You will cultivate no coochie from saying here caping for this character that doesn't know you exist, bro. Period. Alright? Second of all, our opinion is based off the anime. Where we see in the anime is how we feel at that moment in time. Same concept when you read the manga on chapter 5 or 12 or whatever you read up to, and you said, oh, this character is kind of annoying. Maybe I'll see how it goes as I keep reading. And then you keep reading, and then you find out, oh, this character actually isn't so bad. Well, I read the manga, and I'm here to tell you that's a fucking lie, all right? So I compiled a list of everything that she's accomplished in the manga up to this point, and it is absolutely fucking nothing. She's worthless, like I said. So fuck y'all can suck my dick, all right?
Now, to make it clear, do I agree with their opinion on Kobeni? No, I do not. But the thing is, you can have differing opinions and not be an asshole about it. And if you thought that this was the end of the story, I'm sorry to tell you that you were sadly mistaken, because I saw this tweet and I genuinely could not believe what I looked at, honestly. Someone made a tweet where they put episode 6 reaction with their more uses than Sakura thumbnail, and then episode 9, a few episodes later, someone makes a fake thumbnail of them which is titled Kobeni is the GOAT, which if you looked at the thumbnails, you can immediately tell that it is fake, as only Sherm is highlighted with red where everybody else isn't. But of course, Twitter people aren't going to, you know, fact check things. They're just going to believe things as soon as they see it without questioning anything. And being fair to the person that made this tweet, they did reply to their own tweet saying that that they found out that the second picture was fake after Reanimated called them out on it. So yeah, at least this dude, I guess, you know, at the very least he's not all bad, but yeah, he did basically just spread a humongous amount of misinformation to people. So to put it in short, people just need to stop caring about others people's opinions, especially reactors, when the whole purpose of their content is to give the reaction in the moment. When you get this defensive over a character, especially if you're a manga reader, when you have more information, you have more context, more insight than the people that are reacting, when you act this way genuinely, it makes you look childish. And that's the Reanimated situation, but the Kobeni Saga is still not done. We have guys from Nani no Anime, most notably Rough Senpai and Boom Sentai. Rough Senpai made a tweet saying that they are planning on switching to the manga and doing a manga podcast after the ChainsawMan anime is done. And Boom Sentai, just yesterday at the recording of this video, he said that he got full spoiled on Chainsaw Man on the YouTube comment section. Like, this is just straight up insane psychotic behavior. And the fact that this is perpetuating the fact that manga readers in the Chainsaw Man community are toxic is just fucking sad. I remember back before the anime released where the Chainsaw Man community was chill, we're having fun, but people were so creative in the in the manga community. People were making jokes about that Chainsaw Man fans were going to animate the series themselves at one point in time. So to see how the anime, ever since the anime came out, things just turned on its head, and now the toxicity that's taken place in the community is just something that is just depressing to see. And it sucks to say that the masked man was right when he said that the Chainsaw Man community was going to reach insane levels of toxicity when the anime came out. I genuinely thought that maybe Chainsaw Man would be the one fandom that would stay chill, but sadly, do not underestimate how toxic shonen series can get. Good Lord Almighty. That's really about it for this video. All I just want to say is that people just, if you cannot take differing opinions, just stop watching reaction videos altogether. And well, there is a discussion to be had as how much positive or negative feedback can be considered toxic. When you just out here spoiling people and just berating them just because they are doing what they're supposed to do, and that is to give their thoughts and opinions on what they're watching. Just go outside, step on grass, breathe oxygen, and just turn off Twitter, your phone, anything that you need to do, just do it and just get off the internet. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are. I'm not even going to plug anything. If you want to subscribe after watching this video, sure, do so, I guess. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are. See you guys next time.